What up, good people? It's your boy Morgan Mall, and I'd like to welcome you all to Mall on Movies, where I talk about movies that I've seen from the theater to the couch. Now remember, I'm not a critic, I just like movies. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, man. It has been a minute since we've been here. Y'all know what it is, Mall on Movies, man, where I just like to speak to you all about movies that I've seen. Like I already told you in the intro, from the theater to the couch. I got my man Daytrick with Day Ray Media in the building. How you feeling, my man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. It's been a cool minute. We haven't been here since Sinners, which has been a couple months. Which is still at the theaters, and they're still talking about it. I recently just seen a clip on IG. It was I can't remember who was doing the interview, but it was my man Day Lindo. Man, what's his name? Oh man, I gotta look at my. I'm getting his name. Y'all forgive me. Him and the other dude that was working in the field that turned on him in the movie. Long story short, they were saying how the scene when they was driving from the cotton field to the juke joint, how that actual monologue was actually to be cut from the film, and like I said, they still added it, and the singing that is it Del Rey or Lindo? I forgot his name. Man, I'm about to pull it up. Y'all I know y'all killing me probably in the comments. Where you go? Delroy Lindo, who played Delta Slim. Him and Cornbread. That scene and Miles in the car, they were just saying that it was Delroy, Miles, and Michael B. Jordan in the car in that scene, but that singing part that Delta Slim did was actually a improv, and so I say all that to say, man, here we are in July, and people still talking about Sinners. So shout out to Ryan Coogler. Like I said, that was our last episode of being on here, so. I just wanted to bring that up to date. So just a few movies. The topics that we'll be speaking on today is F1, the movie, and Ballerina. But over the last 2 months, I mean, I've been in the theater. It's just that my man Daytrick, he's a busy man, man. If actually, we can do a plug real quick. If you want to just check out what my man does just on a weekly, he goes on cruises. You know what I'm saying? So what's the channel, Daytrick?
Where to Next Global.
Where to Next Global. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Like I said, check his page out. I know any of my followers who are interested in going on cruises, him and his wife, they have a great time. But yeah, so like I said, but here we are. We back at it. Just over the last couple months, I will run through just letting you know some of the movies that I have seen. Let's see here. Since Sinners, seen a movie Sneaks. A cartoon animated movie, fly movie. I think everybody should see that. I like that animation, and basically it's just built around shoes and just the shoe culture itself. So I thought it was real cute and nice. The Accountant 2, I rocked with The Accountant 2. A lot of folks, it was mixed reviews on it, but The Accountant 2 I seen. Final Destination, Bloodline, it's Final Destination. You got Karate Kid, of course, Mission Impossible. And then, like I said, here we are, Ballerina and F1. And then I've seen Jurassic World Rebirth, but we'll cut to that in another segment. But man, I'm gonna get this cracking and start off with Ballerina. Ballerina is an actual extended, or it's another series added to the John Wick film. And if you all are a fan of John Wick, we know that last episode, well, the last movie was, I think, John Wick 4. And that was a couple years ago, a year ago or whatever. And I think the question was still, even at the end, is like, is he really dead or not? So here we are. Y'all know John Wick is in this movie. I mean, just small, minor, major role, but nevertheless, he's alive. Now, my take on John Wick, which is crazy, is I was late to the party. John Wick, the first two had me in. It was a tough watch on the first one. It was a lot. I had to understand. It's a lot of action, just a lot of shooting. Then my man Daytrick, hey, this is his bag. And this He loved him some John Wick. Like, bro, I got to the fourth one. This is what I'm gonna say about John Wick. I mean, like I said, I had to build myself to this. I think for me, it was like the first one, it was dialogue, like they talked. And then it was like after that, I felt like it was like 8 lines per movie. Like, ain't nothing but shooting and just fighting. And like, that's it. Like, no words. I like a good story. Like, I just know my man's pissed off about his dog. His woman don't fool with him. You know what I'm saying? And he's whooping everybody.
Man, one problem with John Wick, he got beat up too much.
He got beat, man. So man, hold on, real.
Like an invincible.
Man, listen, man, that John. When we get to number 4, bro, they had it for me when he just walked through with his jacket, hit him with the side, and the bullets is going. Man, that was the one that was just over the top. And then my man went up the stairs, only to come back down the stairs. That was a lot of stairs, and then to get back up and fight.
They pushed it on the last John Wick.
Oh man, but you know, here we are about Ballerina. So truthfully, I was excited to go check this movie out. Like I said, I said, okay, any extension of it, let's see what it is, let's see what it do. And off the rip, man, I mean, I just get straight to it. I give it a solid. If I'm going to rate it, I mean, I give it a good 7.5, 8. I enjoyed it. Like, how'd you feel? How'd you feel about it?
Like, 9.
You got okay. You went to 9. Okay, all right. That's what, you know what I'm saying. Like, I didn't want to be biased on it, but the thing about it, what I thought was really, so once again with this, y'all know it's straight pure action. And who's the star of it? Ana de Armas. She's the star in it. Go by the name of Eve in the film. And like I said, y'all know this show is about for those who've seen the movie, right? Like, cause I don't know how to. It's all spoiler alerts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you right now, go see it, and then come back if you want to hear anything that I gotta say. But off the rip, man, the first, like, you know what I'm saying, coming into the scene where the young girl, like, let me bring you back. I like a good story, right? And so, yeah, like I said, tying it in with John Wick, y'all know it's just more action than story, but this, I think because it might be the start of a series for her own thing, I believe they had to lay the story down, right? And so, you know, her starting as a little girl, basically her father was one of the people. Like, I guess, what we call these trained assassins, or what are they?
Well, they were a different organization aside from what John
Wick, right?
Yeah, under. So they had their own little thing, and they was breaking rules.
They didn't follow the code. So basically, my man, her father, the ballerina or Eve's father, had 2 daughters, and so one of the daughters, you know, was I think she was assumed to be either taken away or dead. But then you had the younger sister that the father was protecting, and he didn't want her to be a part of this lifestyle or whatever. So he's already done broke the rules trying to free of that. And so, I mean, pretty much the beginning of the movie pop off where, you know, like that's the thing is, like, they're already training these kids to be in this mind frame, and like he's getting chased or getting sought out by the enemies, and boom, gets killed, and the daughter witnesses the killing. And so I knew right then, I was like, oh, she's effed off for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have to witness that traumatic experience. And so from that point on, you know, she's like in this schooling that's training them to do what they do. And I believe, like I said, it's the same tree that John Wick comes from. So just even in that part right there was dope. Just seeing her go through her rigorous training that she had to which being a ballerina was a part of it. And just her mind frame, like they was going throughout just saying that she was the chosen one, right? And so basically her being the chosen one, she's not even know what she's chosen for, but getting on these missions, doing this killing, comes all the way back to her finding revenge on who killed her father, and, you know, getting into that part right there. And so I just thought, like I said, just even in her training and getting there, I thought, like I said, it was some fly scenes. But I think the plot twist came when, like I said, y'all know in John Wick, they putting the hits out. You know what I'm saying? They like, yo, this person needs to go or whatever. And so the crazy setup is when like somebody's supposed to kill her, come to find out it's her sister, right? Like her sister's a part of the enemy's organization or whatever, in which, like I said, she's thinking both the sister thought she was gone. Like there's this animosity thing that they have. And it's just crazy when you think about, I guess, like kids being separated from whatever birth and having no recollection of them as childhood and all of that. But long story short, hey, old chick got the killing, busting all of them. She got her revenge. I thought it was dope. It's a lot of dope scenes in there. Like I said, it's straight action. By the time you get to the second half of the movie, similar to John Wick, ain't no lines. They just shooting and fighting. They just shooting and fighting, man. Like, and it's so that's all I can say. Like I say, John Wick makes his cameo appearance in there, so that makes me feel like it's gonna be a part 2, part 3. What you got for me, Daytree? What you got, man? He over there cracking up the way I'm describing this.
Hey, listen, I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. Like there are I'm reading some of the comments and some of the negative comments, and one of them, he did say something that was similar to what I noticed, and which was, hold on a second, this person said, where she said, he said, well, she kept getting beat up.
Yeah.
She would never get cut, no blood, nothing. And I was saying that too in the movie, but I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, once you know what it is, once you in it, and that's the thing about, like, when you watching an action movie and you know, like, the hero, like, I think it's just more about the action and the moves and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like then something supposed to be like pretty much realistic.
One person said, I got sick and tired of seeing these muscle men with firearms.
Man, get whooped by this girl.
Or they'll walk up with the pistol to get stabbed.
Right. I mean, no, it was crazy. Or just for her to knock the gun down and then kick him and do something like that. Like, no, it's mad wild. Like it's so unbelievable. Like I just went like, bro, like, then she throwing bombs at him. Like she's figuring, like, the scene when she's buying the gun, she's going to go buy the guns, and then they come in there and she just figures out where all the guns and the bombs are and all that. Like I say, man, I'm with it. Like I said, I'm subscribed to it. I'm telling the people, y'all go see it. Like I enjoyed it. Like I said, I would, like I said, that second half, ain't no words. I can tell y'all that right now. Ain't no words. You get all the lines out in the first half. After that, it's go time, and she going crazy. And then, you know what else I noticed is, like, with these movies too, and I like how they kept the significance of the whatever they call the room where you check in at in the John Wick films. You know what I'm saying? Like, they kept everything like the Continental. Yeah. So, like I said, nah, she's so yeah, y'all just go check it out. Go check it out. That's all I got.
Now I ain't gonna lie. I was a little thrown off. They was able to disrespect the Continental though. Like,
far as the fighting in there.
Yeah,
but I feel like that happened in one of the John Wicks. Because that's what got them kicked out.
I didn't like it.
Okay. See, but they was on. It's supposed to organization. Yeah. No rules.
Real consequences.
Yeah. That's real. But I like I said, they kept it on theme. They kept it on brand, man. So, but yeah, man, y'all check that out. Like I said, that's Ballerina. Like I said, it's in theaters now, and I think it's probably about to go streaming pretty soon. So man, that'll just fast forward us, man, to the movie of the week, man. That I was definitely enjoyed. F1, Formula One, starring Brad Pitt as Sonny and Damon Idris as Joshua, JP, Carrie Condon as Kate, and Javier Bardem as Ruben. Those are your main characters in this film. F1, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up right now, I don't know nothing about race car driving. Nothing at all. I ain't know what, I say F1, I don't know if that was for Ferrari, Fast, Ford, I don't know, just F1. I'm just telling you straight up, y'all know that's it. But I found myself, I like race car movies. Like I don't know if I'm at the level to go to a race car play. Like I don't know the culture. I don't know how inviting the culture is. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it to go possibly try it, but I found myself liking race car movies. I like Ford versus Ferrari. I liked it was another one before this. I mean, I like race car. Baby Driver. I mean, I know that was a steel car getaway joint, but it's another movie that was based off of a Gran Turismo. I enjoyed that movie, like the storylines. And now here's the thing, and maybe you can look this up, Daytrick, for me too, is that I always wonder movies like this, what do the real race car fans think? You know what I'm saying? How do they feel about it? Because like me being a fan of like football, basketball, or even just a hip hop person, when you watch certain movies and it's like, it's cool, but it didn't hit like, you know, it might just seem too Hollywood. So like I said, just me as a casual movie watcher, you know, I'm not a critic. I just like movies. Shameless plug, just had to throw that out there. Y'all can grab these. Anyway, I enjoyed it. So I mean, let's get straight to it, man. I didn't know, and maybe you can inform me this too, like, I guess, like I say, F1 is real big. Did you know about that race car match before the movie? Did you understand what F1 Formula One was?
Man, when I was growing up, I liked watching racing, but only to see them crash.
Oh God, dang, that's wild.
I was a kid, man.
Yeah, see,
I was a kid.
Now I feel you, but the crash is a scary part.
I was a kid.
I feel it. I feel it.
Where even with my toys.
You go, the race car. And you know what, which is crazy now that I'm thinking about it, like I think that's the thing about the race car is that, interesting enough, I think we all had race car tracks, you know what I'm saying? But it's just amazing how I've never been to an actual match, you know what I'm saying? But we all were into cars and racing and going fast. I think I'm more into, like, I think when we had the tracks, we had obstacles and stuff. This is just kind of like round and round, but they draw up a good story. So, okay, so you...
Now, I don't understand how to score points.
Yeah.
I don't understand how the season go.
Yeah.
Because, like, even when I was watching the movie, I was even more confused about how race car seasons go, because it seemed like after every race, it was the end of a championship.
Yeah.
Celebrated like it was the end of a championship.
Yeah.
Like,
when's the qualifying? When's the big one?
Even the last race, they hadn't won any races. They won this one.
All the qualifying stuff. Yeah, no, for sure. And like, you know, it's kind of like these running marathons. Like these cats be driving day and night. You know what I'm saying? So let's just start off with this, man. Just even understand. I think with this film in the ones that I already named is like even having a respect for those people who are in that sport. Like because I think it was one of the things that I even seen with Damon and Brad is just the conditioning, the training that they was doing. Like you don't think, I mean, I know you need to know to ride a car, but to see you actually exercise and do like...
Yeah, I was confused. Yeah, I was like, why do you have to be like ripped to drive a car?
But you should, because that's power. Now, when you start to really think about it, it makes sense.
I still don't get it.
No, I mean, you driving a car 200 miles per hour, you turning like you got to have some strength behind yourself. Like I would...
I guess I would have to drive one.
Yeah, like, I mean...
I'm like, why I gotta be like...
Yeah.
I'm like, they working out.
Working out, yeah. No, I think, I mean, like I said, and for durability, like I said, I mean, and these cars are probably like tough, strong. I mean, even though they look to us like they're just like paperweight, like it's probably tough cars that hit them turns and do all that stuff. So I think you probably got to have some type of muscle about yourself to do that and just be in shape.
I was trying to find that out. Like, you have to work out that much to be an F1 driver.
Yeah.
It was an eye-opener for me.
Yeah, no, that was cool. I mean, like I said, I think that, and see, we just talking about the idea of racing. We ain't even got into just the film itself. So, man, what I said overall, like, man, this is probably one of my top movies of the year. Like, here we are in July. Like I said, it had all of the emotions in it. It was up and down. I call it a true story of teamwork. You know what I'm saying? I think an interesting theme. I mean, and they was acting they asses off. Like, I thought it was very interesting too, because I was also confused. I was like, okay, is F1 is the main race over in Germany or London or something? Because this is the first time that I've seen, well, like I said, I mean, outside, I've only seen Damon Idris in Snowfall, but him use his actual, his natural voice or whatever, and where he's from. But it was a few British actors in it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm assuming because of the language that they were using or whatever. So I was like, is this movie fully set over there or why? You know, so I need to look up some more information on that and the actors as well.
That part I think I know, the way they race in different, like the one in Las Vegas.
Vegas, right.
Yeah.
So the different tracks are the different areas, yeah.
I know that from playing video games.
Nah, so I mean, y'all know, like I said, I've already said, y'all know this is for the people who've seen the movie. So basically, I'm just a backdrop of the story. Sonny, played by Brad Pitt, is a longtime race car driver who had his career ended early due to an accident. He never was a winner. I call it like the underdog story or whatever. And so his boy, Ruben, is kind of like on the board or has a team now, and they haven't won or whatever. And Damon Idris is the young superstar, goes by Joshua, who's, you know, the up and coming, who's all the things, you know what I'm saying? Like he's next up. And so you have this deal where the company itself is about to get bought out or sold if they don't compete, at least compete and win a race or be competitive or whatever. And so Ruben goes and brings Brad or Sonny in, like, yo, I need you to come help save us, pretty much. Teach whatever you can do, whatever you can offer. And so y'all know the story, man. The immediate animosity of the OG and the young cat. And the young cat is the star trying to understand why is the OG there. And what I appreciated about this movie is that for me emotionally, that, like I said, the reason why I scored so high is that at all parts of the movie, I liked them differently. Like at one moment, I didn't like one. At the other moment, I didn't like the other. Then I liked them. You know what I'm saying? Like I went back and forth between the two, you know. And so when we look at teamwork, when I look at, like I said, the story of the underdog, it's like everybody had a story. From Kate, who was the tech. She was the woman who actually built or created the model for the car. It was another young lady who she helped like change the tires or worked in the pit, and you know, like she didn't have a good run in the beginning, and Sonny was like, hey, like keep your head up. Like all these people had these downfalls. The Ruben about to lose the company. Sonny never won a race. Joshua ascending, but not on a good team. He's looking to go to another team. So just that idea of that story and the uprising and coming out victorious was, like I said, that was my buy-in overall. Now, if we get to just some of the things that I like to bring Daytrick in on, what do you just feel in general, like that feel of the old guy, young guy type of deal? Like there was a lot of animosity to where I feel like all they needed was to have a conversation. But ego, like the Sonny comes from the cloth of old school, like trick all the media and all that, and Joshua comes from the, hey, this is branding. This is I'm get this money. It's the next thing up. What is your idea? How do you feel about, you know, that dynamic that they had in the film of the, like I said, the old guy and the young guy?
I think it played in real life because every couple of generations, we always, like, say for instance, if you're a DJ,
yeah,
you all, when they introduce the new style of DJing,
yeah,
they don't, you know, they ain't like, nah, man, we used to use records, we used to walk around with crates, you know, if it's film with cameras,
yeah,
and they came out with digital cameras, they were like, yeah, I'm from the era where we had to use film,
yeah,
and we had to, you know, it's always a battle between what's new and what's old, and sometimes I think us, different generations, the older generation have a hard time adjusting or understanding the new generation. Then the new, it's kind of like, y'all let it go. It's time to move forward, and it's always a battle. So I think they did a good job with putting that dynamic into it.
Yeah.
Like, because that's how it is real. People don't like phasing themselves
out of yeah. And you know, but the thing about it though, I felt like so in that beginning scene, Joshua was already, I felt like he was already on edge. He felt like Sonny was coming to take his place. And I felt like Sonny, I didn't think that Sonny walked in with a lot of aggression. I think he walked in like, all right, I was called here to do this. I noticed this is going on with the car. Like, I didn't think it was from an arrogant ego place.
He probably looked at it like they brought me
in here to do.
No.
Oh, you saying Joshua?
Like, oh, they brought somebody in here to grow us up, to you know. What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably ought to look at it like that.
And that it goes back to that conversation. But here's the thing: is that Sonny came in, and I think this is a lot with us older guys, even with dealing with younger people. I feel like that, and even portrayed in this movie, is that Sonny came in like with respect for him. Like he already came in and was like, yo, you're good. Like he already studied him or knew who he was. I think he was just more didn't like the antics. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I feel like Josh didn't give him the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like he was already on edge.
Oh yeah, correct.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, so in the beginning, my issue was that. And then when the idea, so then once we fast forward to that one race, a couple of races where Sonny was just doing his own thing, or he's calling the shots. He's like, yo, do it my way or whatever, follow me on that. And, just he wrecked and causing all these things. But the whole time he was still trying to be a team player. He never tried to outshine or show him, that, and it leads up to that big accident. And what I thought was interesting was that Joshua's mother, in the beginning, she was on Sonny's side. Yep. Like, she could see it's like, yo, you got to get this man a try. You know what I'm saying? And Joshua still's like, nah, I ain't fooling with that. And then we get into the car accident. And then I was even confused. I was like, there's no way that he thought he did that on purpose, but the young person thinking somebody trying to take my spot, or he starts seeing how people gravitated to him afterwards, that all that jealousy just built up. And the whole time Sonny is like trying to help him, And so I thought that was, like I said, just seeing that. But when we fast forward, so y'all know, like I said, you have this accident that happens, and basically Sonny is directing, he's calling the shots in the race. They both in a race, and he's telling Josh, don't watch this turn, watch this.
Because he's trying to put him in a position to win.
He's trying to put him in a position to win, and things go awry, and Joshua does his own thing and crashes and all of that. And of course, as a mother, you feel like somebody did something on purpose and all that. Like, you don't want to fool with that guy, anymore. And so I think Sonny was at the age, and part of life is like, bro, I'm not about to argue back and forth with you all. Like, I know what it looked like, but this wasn't my intent. So then, but just his way of camaraderie and all of that. But I thought what was also major is when the young lady, Kate, got both of them to talk. Because, it's about to get the blows. Now you're making the company look bad. I think Joshua tried to cut him off, or when he, he blew the race on him, what I'm saying, on his comeback, and what always happens, this is why I'm so big on people communicating and having conversations, is when they sat down at that table, they had more in common than they didn't, right? They were more alike than they weren't. They lost their father around the same age. And I think that's when Josh started, studying Sonny and start going back and finding out. First, he was on some, you a has-been. You've never done this, that, and the third. And then he had to grow up and mature and be like, oh man, this dude did try to help me. He starts studying him. And what was crazy is that Sonny already came in the beginning. He's the first one at the workout. He was already doing the things, and Josh wasn't. So it was, like I said, it's that mentor. He needed to be mentored, but he didn't want to be. Anything else that stuck out to you, or that you seen in that, or?
Not like I said, I enjoy watching movies watching that movie because again, it made me learn more about a sport that I'm not typically, and made me want to know more about.
Yeah.
Like you, I wanna go.
Yeah.
I wanna go. I was thinking about when they have it in Vegas. Like, man, I wouldn't mind being out there.
Yeah. Well, they even got a racetrack down here.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how often.
That's more. So F1 is F1 is more those. I forget. There's a certain type of car.
Okay.
You had the NASCAR.
Car. Okay. See.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. See the difference between NASCAR and F1. You feel me?
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Okay. So I gotta check.
So I was reading.
Yeah.
Where somebody was talking about some of the race cars, because you had asked earlier about wondering what
with the racers fans
would say about a movie like this, and I'm looking at one of the, they like some of the stuff, but then they looking at one of the things they were saying is that the movie didn't do a good job at showing how exciting racing actually is. It said it lacked the skill of overtaking, the difficulty of overtaking other, and making it look dull. And fans need to understand that it's a lot more
it's skill.
Going on. Yeah.
It's like I mean, but I feel like they did a decent job. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But that's the pro. Right. Like I said, as a novice, then I seen I'm watching like, dang, is he gonna be able to turn over without the wreck? Or I thought they did a good job of showing different strategy and different play and understanding. But once again, I'm not a fan. So
another thing they said that it made cars look fragile, and they're not fragile.
Yeah, see, and that's why I said that strength thing. Yeah, man. I mean, and I thought, like I said, I thought the plot twist with my man trying to buy tank the company so he can buy. Like I said, I thought that was
I didn't quite understand how what he was doing was going to help him.
So what he was trying to do was get rid of, like, I think he wanted more ownership of the team. So he was going to get it and sell it off to another group and get a big payout and bring Sonny on and be like, all right, well, you don't have to be a driver. You just run the board for him. I'm getting rid of your boy. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. This is a money play over here. I'm getting these investors over here. So that's what, you know what I'm saying? And I have to.
Losing, okay.
Yeah, so by losing, they would have to sell it.
Yeah.
And so that's why he was trying to do everything to make them lose, to get rid of, you know what I'm saying? So he can run it how he wanted. He was going to run it how he wanted to run it. And then just put Sonny there as like, oh, you going to be my car guy to get this thing up and going. Then we go.
So you understand. Y'all see why he is
the
host of the show. He understands movies. Totally different from me.
So yeah, but overall, man, like I said, I thought this movie did everything. Anything else from the comments?
Politics and team orders. They said something about they exaggerated some of the politics stuff.
Oh, okay.
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah. But I think it grossed over. Like I said, it had a big box office week. I think they said they spent $200 to $300 million on the movie. They've already made $280 or something like that. So it's doing. I see it in IMAX.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Oh yeah.
IMAX. That's what me and Dave, we had IMAX now. That's we done switched over. So yeah, man. I think, like I said, man, I rock with F1. It's July. I think it's a top. It's a top for me. I have to go back and review a couple others. I know we got 6 more months in front of us. But yeah, I think y'all go see that. Like I said, shout out Ballerina. I named y'all a few more movies. We'll be back in another week or so with some other movies to highlight that I just kind of briefed over. But once again, I'm not a critic. I just like movies. And it's another Mall on Movies. Peace.